approved of. Okay, well as Duncan here, we have got Yanko, we have got Maniac, and like I say, we've got a cracking final here. We've been absolutely going ham in the green room. Can't believe what we're seeing. And Luminosity is so close to making this one of the most remarkable finals in all of Counter-Strike history, not just CSGO.
I figured out what's going on here, Rich. The mistake I was making was I kept trying to analyze the games. I figured out what's happened here, what's changed. I've realized what's happening, okay, is it's actually still the night of the first day of DreamHack. I'm actually dreaming right now. They did get 16-0'd. Obviously, it'd be ridiculous if they then went on and beat all these top teams, you know. I'm just waiting to suddenly be naked in front of everyone and then for my first school teacher to come in and chastise me. That's when I will wake up, so...
Yanko was dressed like him the other day, and then patches on the elbow.
He was, yeah, he was. That was when he's gone through phases, right? He started out the first day, he was looking really rough, like Semler with that sort of thing like that. Then he came in next week, Henry G, thought, respectable guy now. Now he's got this tie on, he's trying to do... Who has the tie on in CSGO? No one?
No one, really.
No one?
But
no, I made it.
Trying to innovate. New meta.
Tie, my own style.
New meta.
So let's talk about your own style, Luminosity. How are they beating Fnatic, guys?
By winning
on their map.
Both pistol rounds by one. I mean, we talk about it all the time. It's really difficult to win a game when you lose both pistol rounds and the following rounds. In the first half, LG were up 5-0. In the second one, they won the initial 2 rounds, lose a round, but then again win the following one and the 2 after that. So it was basically 5-0 in the first half, 5-1 in the second half. Math, 10-1. It ended up 16-9. You can't expect to win after a bad start in both halves like that.
No, absolutely, and I think ST, they kept it very simple yet efficient. They realized that the inner bomb side for Fnatic was pretty hard to hold. Very 2 smokes, some flashes, 1 Molotov here and there, just rush onto Flusha. Flusha gets 1 kill, gets the trade, they have the bomb side, they win the clutch. It looked quite simple yet efficient.
Especially in the first gun round, they went for a what you call a contact, more of a contact play on B, meaning they didn't throw the first time as many smokes, flashes. They just went, you know, for the trade. Fallen got 2 kills with the op, and you know, initially they wanted to pressure B, so maybe later in the half they would force Fnatic to play 2 guys on B, so then they would have only to deal with 3 guys on the other bomb side.
I don't know what's going on with the AWP on Fnatic right now. Every person has now used the AWP. They had one round where they had 3 AWPs, and JW wasn't one of them. I mean, when you consider what an incredibly expensive weapon that is, those seem like almost strange panic buys or something, or they're just trying to do something new to mix things up. There doesn't seem to be any routine to it, so it does kind of lead to the idea that Flush is kind of making it up as he goes along.
Yeah, well, it's incredibly frustrating, especially when Luminosity can do force buys like this one. Talk us through this, guys.
Yeah, well, this was actually, you know, Fnatic managed to win 2 rounds in a row after the initial 5-0 deficit, and LG forces here. They have 3 Tech 9s, I think. They go for an inner push. Right, again, you see they smoke, they throw a lot of smokes, and they push towards the Fnatic players who are defensive, maybe even thinking that LG was actually going to be on an eco, and this is what you are supposed to do. When you have a weak buy, when you have Tech 9s, you want to get to that close range. You want to take the battle to the CTs. You see also JW missing 2 crucial shots. Maybe that was one of the reasons why he didn't pick up the op after that. Great play from Fur, you know, what we talked before, decision making in a split second. He decided to push through that smoke, caught the guy rotating to Z off guard. After that, he rotates all the way back to ladder, securing the round for his team if it went to an even closer clutch round. So after this, Fnatic is forced to go on a double eco again. When they buy, it's a weak buy. This brings LG up to, I think, 7-2. You know, for the remaining of the half, they win 1 more round, but it's more than enough on their T side.
Well, we talked about Taco as well when we were breaking down all of the players. We were saying he's the guy that hasn't really stood out or found his identity yet over the course of this tournament. Well, we picked out a moment here that I think is very important.
All right, so this is again the second half. Fnatic just won a round. Round after that, they're in a 4v4 situation, as we can see here, 4 Fnatic players alive. They decide to go back to B, which is not a bad decision at all. But here, Taco still has a smoke. There's a smoke here. There's like 50 seconds left at the end of this round. There is no reason for Fnatic here to push through the smoke, you know. It can be deadly.
Here's the thing though, watch this. Watch the tracers go right all the way around him there. They spammed into the smoke and actually they didn't hit him a single bullet. He was like Neo-style dodging around the bullet.
And really an important thing I have to point out here, Taku in the previous round they lost, he actually saved an M4. He drops an M4, picks up a FAMAS, only so that he can buy all of the nades because he knows he's the player on the B side. He needs all his nades. If he's alone, he needs to buy time. You see, like one smoke, $300, won him the round. Again, crucial round. Fnatic is forced on an eco. When they buy, it's a weak buy, they rush outside, and Luminosity goes up to 14-8 at that point.
Well, we've got about 3 minutes before the second map's going to get underway, so I've got to ask you, given that Fnatic did what you guys said they should, pick Train, they lose, is this going to be a 2-0 at Luminosity? Is it the craziest result?
You know, this is my second event as an analyst, and I have come to realize that no matter how theoretically based or relevant your predictions are, the player's just gonna take it and wreck it.
Yeah, welcome to our world.
Yeah, this is absolutely insane. I mean, you have to think of something as well. Think about the amount of energy that Luminosity used in this tournament already.
Yeah.
Just the best of 3 before this final. It's absolutely insane. They lose the first map, they win the second when they shouldn't win it, then they are almost close to actually finish the match, get back to overtime, still win it. I mean, they are human beings. They use calories as we do. And yet they are still playing like crazy.
I know where he's going with this. So basically, if you want to see Luminosity win this next game, guys, you need to give them your energy to make a huge spirit
Dragon Ball's
bomb.
head?
Yeah, and then they will maybe be able to win it. I like that.
No, but you have to...
He's gone into the fantasy realm.
At this point, you have to
now.
go for Luminosity just because they have to do it now. I mean, they cannot stop here.
Listen, it's very possible, but I also think that Fnatic is going to be really pissed right now, as Dan also pointed out at the end of that map. They're on their home turf. They're down 1-0 in the grand finals. They certainly are here to win as well. They haven't played the semi-final before this, so maybe now they're a bit more warmed up. You know, maybe they're going to come onto their own. We were talking about the map, V2 in general, that it doesn't favor anyone that much in particular, so we can still see Fnatic winning the last 2 rounds. It's you know, I would still maybe call it 50-50. They must have a better start in a half than they had on Train, and then they can, win.
And on Cobble, Duncan, who on Fnatic needs to step it up?
I mean, I'd probably say Olofmeister, because when I think about how they played that map with the old lineup, that he was the key to shutting down the B entry, because he actually would just kill you before you even got in the site. They weren't the team that played off and they let you come in, take the site. He would play on that plateau, and he was so good at timing when to peek out. Likewise, on the T side, that's another map where he would be an entry guy. He'd go to the same spot, he'd get a kill on the guy who plays his position. So if he can do any of that, he can definitely open this map up to be won by Fnatic. With that said, I mean, at this point, aside from the game that they had on Mirage against TSM earlier today, almost every single map's had these magical rounds by Luminosity where they are getting all the clutch rounds, all the big plays, so they definitely have a chance to win the series. I'm still going to go with Fnatic for this map, though.
And you guys want to start revising your predictions, changing some
I don't want to do any prediction anymore. I'm done with it.
You know what? I've been saying for ages. I wish we didn't do them on desk. I don't know why everyone wants them.
Yeah.
I don't like them. They're not even a good metric of success.
As long as I get paid at the end of the day, guys, I'll keep saying whatever I need to say.
I mean, I was obviously fooling around with the prediction just because of this reason. And what you say, I don't think that they're that important, But I really want to see Luminosity win this, because in every single possible aspect that's relevant to this game, in the game, out of the game, they've been absolutely incredible, and I think they deserve to win this one for sure.
The jinx is in.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the moment he ruined
Brazilian
everything.
fans, that's who you direct your hate to. He'll make a change from me. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate all your thoughts. Now, without any further ado, we need to get ready to raise the roof in this final. It's the second map. It's going to be Cobble, Fnatic versus Luminosity, and it's James and Dan. Take it away.
What is up, baby girls? It's time for the second map of this best of 3. Luminosity off to a great start. Can Fnatic get their heads back into the game, Dan?
Well, I think Fnatic right now, they're so focused. These guys are pissed right now. That was a map that shouldn't have happened in their eyes, in their books. They're the kings. They are the kings, and so they need to reclaim their throne, as it's been usurped right now by these Brazilians who've come out of nowhere, frankly. Who would have expected this to happen? But it is happening right now. And Cobblestone is typically a pretty awesome map for Fnatic. Stylistically, it's worked for them in the past. JW's made a name for himself with the sawn-off shotgun. He started an entire trend, and it's very legitimate in how it works as well. So Fnatic very comfortable on this map. This is definitely a good one to get back in the series from.
Yeah, that said, we cannot count out Luminosity, as we have learned over this weekend. Even when you start with a 16-0, you can end up in the grand finals 1-0 up versus one of, if not the strongest team in the world.
Yeah, arguably so, but on the desk they were saying, well, Thorin mentioned, is Flusha making it up as he goes along? This is a question, the new leadership, how is that panning out? How is this new Fnatic lineup going to develop and be fleshed out as things go forwards? So far, they've been caught off guard by Luminosity. Cobblestone is a map where I think they can really go back to basics. I think that the pace of the map is going to be able to be very suitable on the T side, and T sides are very much where this map is made for a team.
Well, we are in Sweden after all. If you want to see this match, go to 3 maps. Make sure you make some noise for these two teams. Fnatic starting on the T side. Now, you might say this is a favored side on Cobblers. Got Crims with a smoke and a flashbang. The rest of his team going to have the Kevlars. But early peeking here from Ferg towards Long, and he's going to see a lot of players coming his way and move back to a more passive position.
Absolutely, here it goes. Just another quick re-peek there to check what's going on. As Ferg will dart back onto the bomb site. And FNX there, defending against the drop zone play, and that's really important because Fnatic, they wanted to go back there, but now they have to go and commit towards the A bomb site. There's no choice, but Luminosity, they're all over this at the moment. Players coming in. Sure, there'll be a smoke down on the doors, but at the moment, Luminosity are already knocking on those doors. They're about to barge through, kick the door down as JW's waiting close, but he gets tapped in the face by FNX coming out of nowhere. In is Olofmeister, 1 versus 4 with a Glock. He's got some Kevlar, he's got some health, but he's pinned down in this position. What on earth can he do? Absolutely nothing. And somehow, Luminosity, they haven't dropped a single pistol round in this entire grand final.
Look at the adrenaline in the Luminosity camp. It is off the charts. Bad start for Fnatic. Again, they're on the favored side. If they take the pistol against the CTs on a map like Cobble, then they could rack up a hell of a lot, but it's not going to be the start they were looking for. Fallen again going for the scouts here. Got the SMGs coming out for the most of the Luminosity side. Just FNX going to be on the FAMAS. Rest of them maybe looking to, well, having an expectation to be fending off an approach close. Need that moving accuracy to fight these Tech 9s.
Yeah, we've got the 2 smokes there for Fnatic as they are just waiting for some of those early pre-nades from Luminosity to just fade away. And then they'll go for the assault. There it is, the 2 smokes soaring through the sky as Fallen is going to spot the push coming in. Rattling off the scout shots, connects one onto Flusha there, and immediately traded. This could actually work out here for Fnatic after all. In comes Olofmeister, great shot there onto Cold. 2 more players left now for Luminosity as they have it all to do. 2 versus 3, and are now considering an approach here. Behind this boulder, behind the wall, the smokes that now have dissipated. But there's 3 players here bearing down on these positions as they move forwards into this bomb site. And there it is, Fnatic will take it with the force buy immediately. And what a beautiful way for them to bring themselves back into this, because that is actually going to put Luminosity in an even worse position than if they had lost the pistol round.
Dennis playing the piano on the faces of Luminosity with the taps from that Tech 9. And indeed, it does put Luminosity in a crap situation. Some teams would opt for the force here. They are going to play the conservative game and opt for the eco. Just some P250s coming out for 3 of the 5 Brazilian players, and they've gone for a stack towards the B bomb site. Fnatic playing passively. They should expect some kind of a stack or a sneaky play here from Luminosity, so they're going to just keep their eye on what's going on. Nobody's looking for any boosts coming in, and that's a good start with minimal information found by Olofmeister.
Yeah, and that weapon can be claimed. They can figure out what's going on if they want to take the risk to actually jump up there. But Fer is the only guy here for Luminosity, just with that P250 in hand. No Kevlar to speak of. This is going to be a very hard ask, of course. Any extra damage is already a bonus at this point as Fnatic clean house. Boost coming up there for JW as the SMG is going to be working, but it's Crims to pick up the kills with that AK-47. The bomb will be planted, and hey, Fnatic, they've actually lost a couple players here. Luminosity picking up an SMG as well. Taco holding onto that MP7. This has actually turned out to be quite okay for Luminosity. They didn't invest anything into this round.
Yeah, and you can see Taco is just going to take a passive position, maybe try and make some money with some exit frags. FNX, though, has more to gain, so he's going to play closer with that P250. But together, they're going to close down a lot of these routes. We'll see if any more frags can be found by these 2 players. One of the biggest problems for Luminosity in a round such as this, because they have no armor, if they get shot, it affects their aim with their own gun as well. This makes it harder, even harder, for them to find kills with the limited weapons they have. The MP7 will not net Taco any more money. And Fnatic will move on.
Indeed, it's going to be quite interesting because now we got the sawn-off shotgun in the hands of JW that I was talking about before. And, well, it'd be very fun to see that working its magic towards the drop zone, which is what it's there to do. And Luminosity in with just another conservative buy, just a few pistols, a kit, and an HE.
So another stack from Luminosity, but this time they're not going to get the first frag. The nade will trade. I wonder where that gun has been sent to by the grenade as well. Maybe it's in a retrievable place. We'll have to wait and see. JW's got behind enemy lines. He is the Trojan horse. He's waiting for that rotation there, looking to make some coin himself. And we may see him continue with the sawn-off if he's feeling confident, in which case he can be the bank for his team. Flusher coming through drop now as well. Looking to find a few headshots with that UMP. Got to be careful though. Not many bullets in that magazine, but he does find a headshot of Fallen. Only Fur remains now. This is the one frag for Luminosity so far.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, that you can see JW is really itching to get those kills because of the money bonus from the shotgun, as we'll have to see whether or not he's going to have to really get that going in the buy round of Luminosity. And this is something that they should expect as well. I think Luminosity have seen Fnatic play before. They've, of course, played them before in tournaments. Even if it's with a different lineup, I'm pretty sure Fallen's going to be able to predict some of the shenanigans that are so classic to see out of Fnatic. So whether they play against expectation or play into their own comfort of their own style remains to be seen in this next round as we now see the full buy out of Luminosity. Luminosity going to be packing an AWP onto Fallen, and they've got a full nade set up with M4s and armors, kits, the whole shebang.
It was a bright start for Luminosity, but that fire was extinguished early by Fnatic. If Luminosity are to lose this round, then they may be in a lot of trouble here in map 2. Only one round on the board so far, so very testing time. Speaking of testing, you can see Fnatic trying to get some information, trying to get an early frag. They wouldn't get much of either. But that's a great angle from Olofmeister. Around the corner of the smoke, Fallen to go down. There goes the AWP. JW getting cheeky with that sawn-off, but he's not going to get the kill. 4 versus 4. Olofmeister behind enemy lines, maybe undetected. Luminosity find themselves in weird positions, but Cold finds the frag, as he always does.
And here is the last-ditch attempt here for Fnatic. They move in as 3 onto this bomb site, and we'll see some of these ranges capitalized on by Cold. He's doing a great job, but immediately traded back here. Dennis and Flusher coming in. They've created a 2 versus 2 situation for the side now. As, oh, what a shot there for nailing Dennis at distance. Now it's on Flusher, the new in-game leader for the team, looking to get it done here, but there it is, the shutdown from Taco. Luminosity are looking good in this one again.
Saw Flusher trying to get some pre-fire in as he jumped into the angle there. Ever the smart player, but wasn't enough on this occasion. Luminosity get the W, but it was a costly one. And one will assume they've retrieved the AWP. Indeed, there is one in play, but many FAMASs coming out. You can see things are not easy for the Brazilian side, and the aggression from Fnatic may prove extremely problematic for the CC side in this round. Again, a fast aggression towards long, but will they commit to it this time? For maybe expecting a bit of a retreat after the last time, is going to find himself in a tough situation. The smoke goes down though, and he will wait for the spray to pass so he can make it to a safer place.
He's actually got a teammate to play off of it here as well, so this could actually work out quite well for Luminosity. This is going to be a very, very important part of the round, and in fact, the boost comes in as well, so that's very sneaky and perhaps very unexpected for Fnatic. Glad to see if they do check every position, how thorough they are going to be here. Dennis is going to be moving in, checking for actually a player up on that boosted position as Fnatic look to move in now, and Dennis is going to spot him, but Taco finds his head and he cleaves it off with that M4. There's another player there as well. Taco taking down 2, holding down the position. Crims needs to get it done. He's moving in through danger, but everybody from Fnatic has been laid to waste. What a play from Taco.
Taco found his fill down, you might say, in the long area. Full perfect round there for the CT side. It's going to be very important for their economy. Again, a rough start, but that is a very, very good way to get some momentum in their favor. And again, just too much hype in that Luminosity chamber. So, Fnatic going for the force. 3 of the 5 players will have primary rifles here, primary guns, with Flusher and JW on the Tech 9s. Got a reasonable amount of nades as well, so we'll see if an execute is in order.
Indeed, it does look like they want to get the aggression on, but it is again a case of waiting for some of the pre-nades, those nades are there from Luminosity to keep the T's at bay in the early timings of the round so they can get positions, but they've actually got 4 players towards B here because of the push from Fur. Luminosity know everything right now.
Oh, damn, it's gonna be bad.
There he comes. Fur's coming in the back. Is he going to catch all these players? The timing is really good for Fer right now. He's moving in towards the long position. He's going to find the spray onto one player. There's another one though, but he's going to fall back. And that is a huge play there. The pressure coming in from the flank. Fnatic, what do? They managed to find the kill onto Fer eventually, but they've been slowed down so much at this point. Look at the setup here from Luminosity. It's stellar, but still, Fnatic bursting onto the bomb site, finding frags out of nowhere. And now it's Taco against 3, finds the backstab. There goes JW, and the bomb is back in the hands of Fnatic. There is time to plant it, as Taco now is unknown. Nade's sailing across, and oh, what a shot. Crims gets the peak, and Fnatic will win the round, but that looks really good for Luminosity.
It's such a shame he chose to go down towards Team Main rather than the drop. There were 3 in the drop. That could have been 60% frags, and they would have not had time to react if he got up there before they started dropping down. So, very good play by Luminosity, but it didn't pay off. They'll manage to eke out another buy here. The orb continues onto Fallen. He's got Kevlar as well, but no helmet. Won't matter unless he faces Flush with that Tech 9 from range. So, gonna get that good anti-peeking timing there. The flashbang from the T's. Commonplace for the AWPer to look is to the left of the boulder towards the top as the T's approach the long position. Cold in a lot of trouble now, getting into position on Team Main, but with 12 HP, he's going to get taken down by the spray of Olofmeister. Very unlucky indeed. Seen a lot of smoke frags from that position all weekend, and it continues here.
Oh, there it is. Sneaky stuff there. JW picking off another one. 5 versus 3 now. Fnatic looking quite strong, and they can go for the push now onto the bomb site. Such superior numbers to play with requires a very crazy series of frags from Luminosity, one that you might not expect, but it is the man himself in position. As we get JW edging in, and Fallen's gonna hit the shot, giving Brazil a chance here. Luminosity, can they make this happen here?
You see Fallen was careful not to commit to the re-peek there in a position where T's will likely be waiting for him. But now Luminosity are lacking information as to what's going on. Flush is coming in from the back. You will hear the sound cues of Fallen, who jumps off the balcony. But what is the play? The bomb's still near B, despite Flush being towards A. But if he gets a frag here, it could cause a rotation and clear out the bomb site for his team. But they're going to rotate to the A site, where Fer is waiting. But he's in no man's land, and he is completely surrounded by T players. How many can he take down with him? Only the one. Now it's FNX out of position in the wrong end of the choke point versus 3.
He's going to find himself an engagement, but that is not going to go his way. Luminosity losing around now, and that's going to bring Fnatic to 5. Luminosity on 3, and Luminosity's money is in dire straits. They have around $2K on every single player, so they're in a horrible position, a really awful position. This is where Fnatic could get their dominance going. That momentum should be really crazy. Luminosity on that CT side, they're really looking to get at least 5 to 7 rounds, I think would be a fair CT side. So Fnatic on track right now.
Yeah, so this is a window of opportunity for Fnatic to smash through like the A-team van. We'll see if they're able to do so. Luminosity playing close, but they don't really have any pistols to do significant damage with. Pretty much the stock pistols we're seeing here. So this is not going to be easy. They have pretty much committed the entire team over towards the B bomb site, but Flush are expecting an arduous time on the CT. Flanks is going to be there with the MAC-10, but he's not committing to it just yet, and Crims has gone down. He's going to keep rolling with the MAC-10 though. He's going to need that for the moving accuracy. The nade coming in as well, but it's being traded with not many guns. Luminosity are finding an insane amount of frags here, just the USPs and P2000s, but 2 are down for Fnatic. On the site now, they're going to need to get the bomb down. Only Fer remains there for the CT side, soon to be dispatched of. Fnatic survives the test.
Yeah, so earlier I said, will Fnatic dare to Zlatan? It looks like they are getting their dominance going now. The momentum is starting to really happen. We've got the Sawn off there for Olofmeister, actually, as Luminosity will be in with their proper buy. Although, that said, they are quite light on utility. They don't have a huge amount of money, already enough money to have the optimal buy, but at least they've got the weapons. They got Fallen on the AWP. They do have a few smokes, but this is going to be tough. Only 1 kit, and it's in the hands of Cold as well.
So we have, I think, is Crims in the tower? Is Crims actually in the tower? He is as well. Wow, this is mad. But yeah, this is like being on a pub server in 1.5, never mind 1.6. Anyway, we'll see if Crims can get any frags in this one. Not looking very likely at the moment. Meanwhile, Fnatic maybe paranoid now for the flank. Are going to have a 4-man push towards the bomb site, where 3 will be waiting for them. Taco with the most aggressive position I've ever seen from the tree boost. Going to have an early advantage for his team, and they're going to need Crims to come in for that rotation now, as they are at a distinct disadvantage until he gets there.
That nade was really damaging there onto Taco, down to 26 health. as Fnatic gear themselves in for the aggression, but they have to pass through multiple choke points, which are heavily contested, but hey, they're gonna make it work. Flusher and JW simultaneously making 2 frags happen for the offense of Fnatic to now breach these choke points, make its way onto this B-bomb site. They can get the plant in, but oh dear, we've got a lot of damage going onto JW, onto Dennis from JW there, and we get the kind of horrible situation where Fnatic are falling like a stack of cards. It looks so strong, but now they can't get the bomb planted. Luminosity are waiting to pounce, and there it is. Just the patience there is perfect here, and that's all they need. Luminosity will close out the round there with Fallen. And again, it looked like Fnatic had an excellent opportunity there, but Luminosity are showing such good composure in these chaotic situations, and that's a good sign for them.
That situation turned out horrible for Fnatic. They had one player with full health, and he took 446 damage to the face stand from that AWP. The rest of them left with less than 30 HP between 2 of them, so Luminosity just waiting on the clock as well. Couldn't have been worse for Fnatic.
James first doing it. He's got the auto shotgun in play.
Oh god, that's disgusting, that.
The Fur Classic. Now he is over by A long here, so it'll be interesting to see if he can get some work with it, but he is notorious with that weapon.
We'll see how things continue there with and the CS Office Survivor, the auto shotgun. Meanwhile, we're going to have 2 players maybe going to serve themselves up as offerings to Fur's auto outside the long area, but Fallen's gone down in the underpass, which may make things difficult. That may make Fur reconsider his position. It's actually going to quite weaken the A site now that there's only an auto shotty there. We'll see if a rotation comes in. For now, Fnatic are focusing on the drop zone area, looking for a peak, but there will be no peak, but that leaves the CTs over towards B in a weird situation where they don't really have the ability to cover all the angles. FNX going for the peak, being punished by the AWP of JW. Talk about an upgrade.
There is all culminating on a very savage push here very shortly. Luminosity looking to go for the peak. Cole goes in, he'll take a quick headshot onto Dennis, but it's not enough. Olofmeister slapping down Cold and Taco, one after the next, as Fur is just going to try to save the AWP at this point. There's not much more for him to do. Unfortunately for him, he was not able to use that auto shotgun, and Fnatic are sending the dogs out right now. They want to hunt down Fur. But here he is with the AWP, and he's going to whiff the first shot. That's unfortunate. Great second one, though. Good follow-up after that initial miss. And how much will Fnatic actually invest in taking down Fur? They've got 2 players going in, for all 3 now actually, from both angles. So it's going to be pretty tough for Fur to survive. The coordination here from Fnatic is going to be solid. There's the first shot. Actually, that said, the coordination's not too perfect. Oh my goodness. Fur gets an excellent shot there, and again!
In the face.
What a save there from Fur. That's how you do it.
That is a wipeout of the Fnatic side. Reminiscent to the AWP save we saw from Tiflaran oh so long ago on Dust 2, where he got a 1 versus 5, but lost the round. So, if you are interested in the madness that is Fur with an auto shotgun, look at his POVs on Mirage, on Inferno, and maybe Cobblestone as well. So we'll see what buy these 2 teams have out. In fact, Luminosity only have that AWP that was gloriously saved by Fur, but despite his heroics, he will throw it over to Fallen. It is a forced buy from the CTs. The CZ's coming out, the Kevlar and helmets as well versus the 5 AKs of Fnatic.
But they actually have the flank coming in, and this is a huge problem. That flank's not going to make much of a difference if Fnatic are already on the bomb site, and they are so fast. They have beaten that flank timing, and it looks like Cold will make a quick frag onto Olofmeister here as Flusher holds the flank, but no! He can't survive, so now Fnatic, 3 versus 3. They do have their opponents outgunned, but they are encroaching on some of these choke points here. Now, will Luminosity just steal away the weapons and hold these exits, or will they go for the frags? Will they go for the retake? Looks like they're actually going to push forwards here. Brave stuff coming in from the Brazilian side as they look to try and retake this bomb site. But these Fnatic players are so patient. The peaks are perfect, and that's going to be Luminosity now very clearly out of this round, and Fnatic looking to claim that 8-4 scoreline.
Yeah, it's a good thing though, like Luminosity, you saw further, he had full nades, he had an AK defuse kit, he had a lot of money being carried. But they're a map up, they have the confidence. They've clutched so much before, they're willing to take the risk, and this time it didn't pay off, but in fact the confidence is still there. The endurance is still alive on the team. It is good for them going forward. So we're going to have Flusher going for the P90. It's his common novelty weapon, and it will come out on the side here for Fnatic. maybe expecting the Luminosity economy to be in tatters now after that force buy, and indeed it will be. The CZ's coming out. FNX going to buy some armor and helmet with the AK that he saved. Got Fur holding a good angle here. He's still got 9 bullets in that CZ, which is extremely dangerous here. You can see him moving forward, trying to close the distance. Bit of pre-fire, gets the AK, but not going to be enough. The aim punch is too much. Olaf Meister survives. Only 2 left here for Luminosity. Now FNX might be in a situation where he wants to save his AK as the last man standing for his team. He is over towards B, with rest of Fnatic over towards A. So we'll see if he can bring this into the next round.
That said, I think it's actually quite good as well if he can save it, because he can actually buy the AWP for his teammate then. And I think that could be pretty important going forwards. Get Fallen back on the sniper rifle, and FNX just saving here, forcing Fnatic to invest heavily into a series of unfavorable 1 versus 1s if they want to take him down. So I really like this play out of FNX. It's smart. It should mean an AWP for Luminosity in the next round. And if Fnatic are able to win the following round, then they'll just be dealing with what is going to be basically a force buy, which is likely not even going to consist of anything better than FAMAS. So this next round for Fnatic is insanely important. However, alternatively, if Luminosity are able to win this next round, they can probably take 2 in a row. So we're entering some very, very important territory here for both teams to go and start strong in the second half. Who's going to take it is the question. In fact, no AWP for Luminosity, so will they change their approach now that they are not with that sniper rifle? That's the question for me.
Indeed, they have a reasonable amount of nades. Only 1 defuse kit, however, so they're going to potentially be a bit more aggressive here, try and get an early frag on the team. And indeed, you can see a bit of smoke play here from Fur. The timing for Flusher is not going to go in his favor, but it seems he's going to go back to the traditional lurker role and just try and keep an eye on any aggression from Luminosity at the same time. Now, Flusher can get flanked from his position, and indeed a flank's coming in, but he's going to win the duel. Great sense by him. He's got more aggression coming in towards the team main area, fighting, jockeying for position. The USP coming in, and it's going to savage the rest of the team. An important round for Luminosity.
Okay, this is so cool. Luminosity, they completely gambled in that round, and we saw the timing work out perfectly on the flank, which completely just created a hugely chaotic situation there for Fnatic, and also gave them the perfect information to actually preemptively go for this push. And they're doing this because they're expecting Fnatic to be setting up a smoke execute, and so they could have nades in their hands. This is such a smart round for Luminosity, and we can see that this has put Fnatic in a position where their buy is not perfect. It looks okay, but Crim's is stuck on a deagle, and Luminosity have a huge buy going into this one.
That little moment reminded me of GoldenEye 64.
Oh, yes.
But we are in the CSGO. JW's gone down quickly here for the Fnatic side. This is the last round of the first half. Luminosity looking to make it to 6. Fnatic, though, will have other ideas. You can see Olaf Meister lurking towards B Plateau. At present, there are 2 CTs for him to contend with. We'll have to try and identify where they are. You can see Cold standing behind a tree. It's a strong position to stand in if there are smokes coming in. Also helps you avoid a lot of flashbangs coming onto the side, so it will be a strong position for the CTs. Position can be Molotov though, but there we go. Cold takes the frag onto Olaf Meister, saves his teammate as well. Crims with a 1 shot there with the Sawn off, picking up an AK as well.
Yeah, this is an interesting position now. This drop zone is quite a powerful position to be held on for the T's, but this is a problem. There's no smokes to actually cover the approach to the planting position. So Fnatic now, they have to make the frags happen. Critical damage done to Cole, but he's got plenty of teammates to help him out, to fall back towards, as Fnatic look for engagements that just aren't coming quite so easily as they would like. The patience of Luminosity is fantastic. Great shot there coming in from Fallen, as it's just Crims left now on 23 points of health against 4 players, and he's going to get shut down. And there you go, 6-9. Luminosity will recover in the ending moments of the first half to give themselves a respectable scoreline to work from in their T half.
Saw that angle that Fallen was holding with the AWP there when he took down Flusher. Looking at it from Fallen's point of view, the bomb can be planted from the left, but obviously in a 2 versus 4, you're going to want to thin the numbers out and see just how close those CTs are. Didn't pay off for Fnatic, and Luminosity will take that last round of the first half, but they are within the deficit now. They've had a good pistol game so far in this grand final. It will need to continue here if they want to have a good start to get back into this match. Fnatic obviously map down, going to be looking to bring this to the final one.
And this is so tense as well. Again, Luminosity, they have that 1 map advantage. They're a map up already. Fnatic, this is a must-win for them. And going into this next half, it's going to be quite challenging because, again, you know, CT side is definitely the more difficult side, having to defend against a lot of the aggressions. But one of the things about these aggressions is you do need to have a very good coordination as a team. It's often about defending that B plateau play combined with the drop zone play. Once you get the first frag into B plateau, one of the guys from drop is going to start turning his attention towards the site, and then there's an opening on the drop zone. It's such a crazy situation for a CT side to try to handle. And that's what Fnatic are going to have to deal with going into this one. And Luminosity have already shown that they've done not only their homework, but they have a lot of sneaky tactics, a lot of creativity, and they know, more importantly, when to throw in these very cool kind of gambly rounds. And that's a very cool thing, cool feature of a team.
If this does go all the way, the last map will be an Inferno. We know both these teams now. Both these teams are very capable. But first, we'll have to see if Flusher can get any frags with these dual breathers. And he's going to have the engagement here. The advantage of the smokes, only get one frag though. And going to get traded by Fer. Lots of information for his team, but can the CTs rotate in time? Olofmeister has to concede the choke point, but his teammates are quickly enroaching on CT spawn.
And here it is, Fer. He gets flashed backwards. That's very important for Fnatic, but they're still stuck in the corner. The bomb goes down. In goes Fallen around the APC, looking for the engagement. Oh, the reload makes it so awkward. Fallen, he needs to get the frag, but it's Fnatic. They will win the pistol round. And I believe that's the first pistol round they've won in this grand final, so I'm sure that's going to feel nice to be reminded of what that's actually like. And now they actually get to start with good economy. That's so damn key going into this one. And of course, Luminosity are only on 6 rounds, you know, with that starting off on the CT side, not doing as well as maybe they would have liked to. So Fnatic are in a great position here. But Luminosity, they are going to force it up. They've got lots of pistols and lots of grenades, James. We might see a very fast B execute.
Yeah. So far, so good for the Fnatic side. Finally winning their first pistol round of this grand final. So if you're at home and you're Swedish, it's time to wave your Corv around. So we'll see what Luminosity have planned with these Tech 9s, these P250s. All these smokes executed, and they're going to make it all the way into connector. The bomb, though, is falling into the feet of Olofmeister, and he's standing there with a P90. Only one player down for Fnatic so far. And this does not look good for Luminosity on the force fight. Only Cold remains. He picks up a Mag 7, has an opportunity to make some money if these Fnatic players get hungry for info. A bit of spray coming through the door there, and he's going to reconsider his position.
Yeah, this is a very smart round, I think, from Luminosity, despite the result not being so good. I have to see if Cole can get some damage here, because that would actually be very key. Right now, if he can actually remove a couple of weapons from Fnatic, that is going to help Luminosity out massively going forwards. We'll keep Fnatic off some of the bigger guns that they might want to be purchasing, such as even the auto sniper potentially, but most likely the AWP, and maybe a bit more light on some grenades. So it's very important that Cole picks something up here, and you can see Fnatic understand that. They're playing this so patiently. They might not even mind letting him save this mag, to be honest. It's not going to be too important for them in the next rounds to let him have that mag 7, but quickly, just to talk about this round from Luminosity, they went with what is they've basically faked into a B execute, because that's what's expected, but what is this? Cole just runs through the doors and will pick up a kill. But yeah, CT side Fnatic, they expected a B execute. Luminosity tried to fake and then go through connector to catch the two players moving through connector. If they actually get those frags, they could very well win the round. So it was a cool play, but just didn't work out. Fnatic too good, it would seem.
Well, Fnatic will need to retain such success if they are to take this to 3 maps and potentially win. Again, the 2-time champions of the FACEIT League 2015 are out. That was TSM. No 3-peat for them. We will have a new champion crowned here in Jönköping. So, pop flash push coming in. JW is ready with the UMP. 2 kills for him. The rest of his teammates holding things down as well. Only Crims is lost for the team, and Luminosity quickly got wiped off the map there. See the buy coming in now.
And it's all about this one, isn't it? We've got the AKs now for the Luminosity side. 1 Galil actually in play, as they do have a decent selection of utility as well. A few Molotovs to work with, and a few smokes as well. So they can really take this round a lot slower if they want to. And something working in their favor is Olofmeister and GW is stuck on the SMGs. And there's head armor for Luminosity, so they've got a lot of options to play with here, but they don't have much of a round buffer to work with, so they better find the right option quickly.
So, Fnatic trying to split the defense between drop zone and having numbers towards the B bomb site. So they're going to rotate a third person in towards B in case of any early aggression, and it seems aggression will be the name of the game here from Luminosity as they look to execute onto the site. Expect the Molotov to come into the tree position as well if they are fully committing to this. There is currently a player positioned on the tree. We spoke about the strength of that position, but he may be forced off. That's Crims, so just keep an eye on any Molotovs starting to fly in. As, wow, JW coming in with that aggression. More money being made with that UMP.
And he spotted the bomb as well, so now Fnatic, they know everything. But still, Luminosity, unrelenting in their push. They know they have to commit through these choke points where Fnatic rest with such dominance, standing tall, but not for too long. Crims will go down, falling away from the tree position as JW goes for the reload. He's stuck with the Imp in a horrible spot here with behind that statue, 16 HP. Flusha has to keep him alive, and he's doing just that. But only 2 players left here. Potential for them to be outmaneuvered by Fallen as he is there with the Galil. There's the frag onto JW, the weak player. But now it's up to this 1 versus 1. Can Fallen get it done here for Luminosity? Doesn't have much time to play with in this situation. As Flusha is by the chicken cube looking for the peaks. Where on earth is Fallen? That Galil, there is the first engagement. He's got to go for the plant here. Flusha knows that he's just outplaying him. He's going to force him to come off the bomb and go for the hunt to find the kill, but he can't get it in time. Oh, just after the time. Not quite. Flusha, nerves of steel on this man.
Heartbreaking. A modern tragedy, Dan.
And there it is. We get the pause here now. Luminosity are worried. They're going to invoke the tactical pause and see if they can figure out what the hell to do, James, because it's 13-6 now. 13-6.
He shot him in the face as well, Dan. But he had a Galil. He lost because he had a Galil. If he had an AK there, it's a victory.
It's lights out.
It's gorgeous. It's glorious. It's ginormous.
So, what are Luminosity going to do here? They haven't actually experimented too much with default rounds because they haven't had actually that many buys, considering that Fnatic actually won the pistol round, opening up this second half. So, Luminosity don't have much data to really work with. You know, what's strong, you know, what is working for us, what's not working for us. They have to kind of go for a stab in the dark and rely on something that perhaps they just feel is a good strategy that they've been running or drilling in previous matches.
There is a buy coming in for Luminosity while the match is paused. We can see they have an M4 from the previous round. There is a Galil as well. 3 Tech 9s, a bunch of grenades, which would say to me they're going for a play towards the B bomb site again, maybe with a variation on their drop zone push, because obviously you can close the angles there a lot faster than you can going towards A. But then one issue is the choke points as well. If you're trying to do like a fast long, for example, with only 2 rifles, it's not going to be ideal. We'll have to see if that is the play. And also, often when you see tactical pauses, the game is now on pause, by the way. When you see these tactical pauses, often the team who didn't pause may change things up themselves as well, maybe expecting something weird to come out from the opposing side. So lots to look out for in what could be one of the dying rounds of the second map.
Yeah, absolutely. Fnatic, they may use their round buffer to try to instill chaos by taking down a strategy before it can actually start with some aggression. But if that strategy has a fast pace, then there's not much you can do against that. And now here it is. JW is going to just get himself up into this forward position on the B plateau, looking for a player there. Can he get a spot in? He did get a sneaky frag previously on a guy holding a grenade. Now, not much happening here as far as JW is concerned just yet. But here it is. All the nades being readied by Luminosity.
You can see the Molotov for tree on this occasion coming in as well. Didn't see in the last round, but here we go. No one on tree on this time, though. So we're going to have some people going into drop zone, it seems, but Taco's got taken down quickly towards the plateau, and Luminosity not committing the bomb just yet, just patiently waiting, but now JW starting to move. If they lose that duel and the bomb goes down, it won't go down. Fallen getting the frag there. Now to the fight for the drop zone area. Trades coming in for both teams, 3 versus 2 now, as they're dropping like flies. Flush is the last one remaining for his team. FNX running out of bullets here. Fallen is still on the platform, looking for the angle onto Flusha, and they're going to try and tap each other down. He's going to make it for his team. The headshot coming in, and Luminosity survive for now.
That is so crazy. One more bullet on the Fallen and he would have died in that duel. And you can see he committed to the long-range spray with the M4, and he gets that headshot last second. That is crazy close. Now, 13-7 is the score. Fnatic, they are going to be on a horrible buy, actually. They don't have very good weapons here, to say the least. They got dualies. 5-7, couple Famous in there. That's not such a good look here for the Swedes. But we'll have to see whether Flusha can get something done here. There's a lot of people coming his way. FNX quick through the connector area, and actually no frags there for Flusha. It's Olofmeister to pick one off, as the pace is quick from Luminosity into the A site.
Well, we'll see if Fnatic can hold. They have a 6-round lead at present. Luminosity looking to shorten it very, very shortly indeed. Olofmeister dancing around bullets behind the smoke, behind the APC. But he's going to get shot. Then it's going to take one in the face as well. 4 versus 2. choke point is smoked off, but Crims has the angle on the balcony. Smokes are gone now. No more smokes left. JW with an insane warbang, got to thin the numbers, but it's still a man advantage, despite Taco being on 4 HP. He's got the AK, just needs that single bullet. JW going to try and make a wall for himself. Not going to work out, though. The spray comes back his way. Karma is a bitch.
And somehow Luminosity are actually bringing themselves back in this one. Because there's no money on Fnatic. None. At all, as we can see there on the scoreboard. And of course, it's going to be their second round loss, so they'll get $1,900 in addition to what you see here, which puts them around 2K in the 2K region. So they're going to have to save one. And it's going to have to be a save which doesn't really have much in the way of investment in any sense.
Well,
so
they have the rounds to save. They can afford this in that sense. They can bide their time. VAC, show me the VAC signs. I want to see the VAC.
At least Crims did save an AK-47, so perhaps he can do some damage with that one, as we will have Luminosity looking to play out a strong anti-eco strategy.
You know, Mr. Kalashnikov died just a few years ago.
Yeah, and fun trivia with James.
You're welcome.
There.
You're welcome. Pub quiz hype.
And we do have the fast push coming in from Luminosity. Oh, wow, Crims is in the right place at the right time. And that is a very dead Taco right there. So here we go. They need to try to get the trade in here. They're actually going to charge in another player. That's a one-on-one, but Fallen's going to win that one. So that's a pretty key moment, because that, oh my God, that gun is down, but hey, who cares? JW finding a stray bullet into Fallen's face. And now a man advantage for Fnatic, but can they close this one out? Luminosity still need to get onto the bomb site, and they're working their way in with the grenade, slowly but surely.
Olofmeister looking to eventually serve an overdose of his medicine. We'll see what the play is of Luminosity. Fnatic did a good job of detecting the flanks on some occasions, but not everyone. We'll see if this one proves lethal, if Olofmeister does indeed go for the push. We should hear the bells coming out from those AKs very soon, and he's starting to move. No frags yet. Fnatic biding their time, trying to stay alive on the site while that lurker slowly emerges. Close to the drop zone at the moment, just in case Luminosity move back. But they're moving forward, then it's going down. There goes JW as well. And the effectiveness of Olof's push is getting smaller and smaller. He'll get taken down as well. Flush and last to go. Another round on the board for Luminosity. 4-round deficit now, as they still have money on their side.
Indeed, that consecutive round loss money bonus is building for Fnatic. Now they've lost 3 rounds in a row, but still they are going to be in a precarious situation, because Luminosity is starting to get some momentum. We've seen how scary they are when they get hyped up in that booth. So we do have the AWP on Fallen at the moment, and no sniper rifle for Fnatic. They have very limited grenades as well. Their utility kind of sucks, frankly. So Luminosity, if they play the slow round, Fnatic don't have anything to defend with, but hey, who cares about slow rounds? We've got a fast push up on the B plateau. Taco's getting himself right out there on a deep position, and Fnatic have spotted this, and Crims is going to eliminate Taco immediately. Fnatic in with an early advantage.
Yeah, Fnatic have got the pick onto Taco a few rounds in this half, and it's going to pay off for them for now, but Fallen is going to even up the numbers. JW getting taken down at close range. But have they seen the bomb? The Fnatic side, the entire side is over to this site. Crims is trying to hold down any late pushes, but they're all coming from B plateau. Only 2 left now as Fnatic move around the smokes and reposition, putting their guns together. Fallen with 6 HP. Can they get any more damage in? Looking for the Jack in the Box, but not going to find him. They'll get taken down, and Fnatic are now 2 rounds away from making this a 3-mapper.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle, hasn't it? But they are finding their way into a winning situation, as they're just two away now. 14 rounds indeed. It's a very nice place to be in for Fnatic, as Luminosity try to claw their way tooth and nail back into this one. Bit of an awful buy, 3 AKs and a couple of Tech 9s. They do have a selection of utility to try to assault a bomb site with at the very least, and we've seen so much in the way of B play. They almost never go towards A, and again, a fast round. Not a moment to breathe here for Fnatic, as Fer goes for the assault through drop zone. Immediately dropped though, only Cold to respond here for Luminosity. JW under fire, 5 HP, nades coming in, but still he finds the frag before he goes down. Excellent work there from the sniper, but still Cold does yet more work for Luminosity, leaving FNX alone against 2 players. Critical damage done to Crims now. Can FNX get it done here for Luminosity? This might be their only chance in this map. Getting rid of the fire there. Oh, what was that? FNX, this guy's a monster. And there's just 1 player left now. 14 HP on him as well. Crims backs away behind the doors to safety, and will find himself a new approach potentially, as FNX lies in wait. There's a lot of time to play with in this situation. And Crims is going for quite a move right now, expecting perhaps the double back from FNX.
Crims is playing some poker now, trying to decide what FNX is going to do. And FNX has to have absolutely no idea what's going on right now. He knows he tagged the last player. And I think he seems to be making a fair assumption that he's not deep into the site towards chicken coop, etc. But, I mean, with 21 seconds left, he has to plant the bomb here. He can't check the home tree, can't check the drop zone, but he will be safe, unbeknownst to him. Going for the fake now, and Krim's starting to move because he knows the plant is going to be guaranteed towards one of the sites. I'm not sure where it is yet, but here we go. The rotation coming in now, and Fnatic's going to position himself. But again, Krims could come from the doors, he could come from drop, he could come from along. FNX has no idea, got to gamble. He's put himself in a place to peek 2 areas at the same time, and he's made the right decision. Luminosity take another round.
That was a pretty amazing situation, to be honest. I mean, Krims, I think he made a pretty smart choice to go for that, because he realized, okay, this round is being slowed down by FNX. There's a lot of stuff he can do here, but Krims didn't really have the health to actually have an aim battle at ranges. So I think it was really smart for him to go for that gamble. But FNX, as you said, he made the perfect decisions. Again, he can't know, it's all a guessing game, but FNX made it happen.
One important thing though, when he originally tagged Krims behind the boulder, he realized, why isn't he peeking? Because it must be, the other player must be around here somewhere, so he repositioned himself to relative safety, back towards the site to kind of reset the situation, which was a nice little touch as well. Good start, Olofmeister being boosted up, P250 kill, and he's going to get out there. Not picking up a weapon, but he will just sit on the man advantage for now.
Yeah, Fnatic always scary no matter what the situation, and already a frag going their way. How much more work can they get done in this one though, as Luminosity find themselves closer and closer to bring themselves out of a deficit and maybe into a better position. Now, there is another frag onto Krims, as 4 players from Fnatic lie in wait patiently with those pistols, and have 1 HP there for JW. But he might have the distraction from Dennis and Flusher to allow him a clean shot without any retribution. There's Flusher there, looking to find himself an engagement, and there it is. But I've got to love the patience out of Luminosity here. They're not taking any chances, using that time on the clock, and there you go, popping heads with those MP7s. Oh, Dennis and Olofmeister finding 2 frags out of nowhere. But still, their health is low, and they're without any armor in this position, as the remaining 2 players of Luminosity find their way onto the bomb site. Great nade there from FNX. Will finish off Dennis. Just Olaf with 4 HP with that Galil in hand. There is the bomb down, nades in as well. As Olaf looks for a frag as he falls back now. Such a difficult position for Olofmeister. He will find the quick peek there, but 1 bullet is all that they need to take down the Swedish player. As he tries to find himself more damage in this situation, he might just do it. He finds the back just for a moment, and he's going to get the kill onto Fallen. However, FNX is in a great position to trade, and it might have been a scary situation, but now Luminosity can breathe a sigh of relief, but still 3 rounds away from tying it up with Fnatic.
Such an expensive round for Luminosity though, when you see the money they have left at the beginning of the next round. If they lose this round, then it's pretty much game over here. You see they've got just a little bit in the bank here. They have to win every round going forward, because if they get wiped out, that's a wrap.
Indeed, not the best situation in the world for them, but they keep going with the B plays. It doesn't seem to matter that much. They're so confident, it would seem, in this kind of a strategy. And Fnatic always starting off in a default where they can never gamble too heavily that it's always going to be B, but at this point they have a fast response to any presence there, thinking, okay, these guys really love going B all the time, let's get 4 men on the job as quickly as we can. And in go the grenades, and they'll mostly go down drop actually through connector. They've actually got the split play coming into A, trying to break through the window there into the connector area. And Luminosity are getting themselves through, but not at a slim cost there, as still Fnatic are holding on to these positions. Flusher, what a player right now with that P90. Just Fallen, the in-game leader, to save the day against 3. But that bomb is down in the worst position for Fallen.
Yeah, I think the plan was to split towards the A bomb site, but it's not going to work out. The worst has happened here for Luminosity. They've been wiped out. They're going to have a force buy. We're going to see mere pistols, maybe the 1 rifle, maybe 2 if they sack a helmet in this situation, but their buy is going to be crap. There's no other way to put it, and Fnatic are in an extremely strong position through the door as well. No key needed, as JW takes Fnatic to game points.
Yeah, but it is Tech9s and some nades here, so you never know what can happen with a round like this. Luminosity 4 away as they look to get themselves in for the push. But we've got JW in on the B plateau there. Flusher locking down the connector. Crims also locking down drop zone. It's looking like a good setup here defensively from the CT side of Fnatic. But there is a single frag. JW's lost, but still Dennis on the bomb site. Can these Luminosity players get themselves in position? It looks like they are being denied at every single turn. Fnatic are going to win map number 2. They will take it. It was a hard, arduous battle against the Brazilian side, but they will move to map 3.
Indeed, it seems all the matches today will go down to the final map, and there are much happier, jovial faces in the Swedish camp now, and the hype seems to have been drained from the Brazilians. So, again, both teams will have a bit of time to kind of reset their minds here, get focused once again, because we're going to go all the way to Inferno.
Absolutely. It did look like there was less comfort there for Luminosity on that map. We saw so much in the way of B plays. Definitely their T side, they were struggling to find good solutions against Fnatic, and Fnatic they were holding with such class. Their setups were always strong. We saw high-level decision-making and great composure across the board, which makes me really confident that we're going to see a really, really excellent deciding map between these two sides.
And with that, teams are going to have a quick break, and we're going to run the commercials. We will see you back here or at the desk in a few minutes.
You